guys, welcome back to another episode of Off Axis Builds. Got some updates to go over with you guys. The paint job, some shifter that I've been working on, some of the other details inside the cab, and most importantly, I wanted to talk about a little bit about my Wilwood pedal assembly. Having some issues with it. Not able to get my foot on the throttle completely without interrupting the brake pedal, and I'll show you that inside the cab. So remember guys to like, comment, subscribe, and let's go check it out. Alright guys, so this is the paint job I've been working on. Went for that riveted metal look. I think it came out pretty good. I mean, I'm no painter, but I think it came out pretty decent. Obviously, I probably could have done more detail on the rivets, but I like it. I was thinking of doing a little more of that along the side. Probably put, one or two red pieces just sticking out on the panel, maybe one on the door. Contemplating doing some on the hood. Right now, what I have going on with the hood, though, got 2 coats of green. The center section there I'm going to need to fill in with black, and then I'll put my stencils on and then paint back over it with green. It's coming out pretty good. I still got some interior work to do before I can start painting the inside. Of course, I got that center console to still work on. I have that piece I've got to drill the holes into the center console. Of course, that's the short shifter that I worked on. You saw it in one of my other videos. Shortened an MP shifter by 3 inches. So I just got to mount my leather boot on now. So let's go on over to the other side. Take a look at the Wilwood pedal assembly. So this is the pedal assembly I got. I don't have much room to move it to the left. I don't have enough clearance for a shoe to go in here. So here, I'll actually show you one with a shoe. So this is what it would look like. See, it's just rubbing just barely right there. I mean, you can get in there, but trying to get out, you have to kind of twist your foot to get on the brake. So what I'm thinking about is making a cut here, and I'm going to match the clutch as well, just to kind of keep this distance and basically move everything over. And then cut the weld on the sides, on both of them, and then I'll bend it over so it moves over about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch. Both of them will shift over. I think that would be a good solution on it. It would look clean. I was trying to figure out what to do. Cut it completely off and add a spline in there and re-weld it. But the problem with that is I have a nut. Let's see if you can see that one. It's a little stopper. Yeah, there it is, right here. And that hits this little bump stop here. So I can't shift that over. So I think if I cut it here, I can bend the whole top over on both of them. So just cut it right there and right there, side shift it and re-weld it. I think I could pull that off. I got to pull this out of the car and actually take a little closer look at it, but I think that'll solve my issue of the foot right here. If I can just get this over 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, somewhere in there, that'd be great. So let's go ahead and get that out of the car and see what adjustments I have to do to it. Alright, so I think if I cut it right here, split these 2 circles, and then I notch back here from this little lip, come down about 1 inch, just grind both sides. I think I could theoretically just knock this over and it'll kind of do a little dog leg. I'm thinking that'll give me enough to be able to work with. So let's go ahead and get some things removed. So I got to remove this pedal off of here and this one off of here, and see what we have. Alright guys, so now that I got everything off that will melt, burn, or otherwise get destroyed when I'm doing grinding or welding, I can get started on what I want to do. So basically I'm going to cut about an 1/8 inch groove here on the top side of this line, marked them both, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut this weld out. Now I'm thinking, because the fact this weld's only 1 inch long and they didn't weld right here or below it, I'm thinking I might be able to push this over enough to get about a 1/2 inch. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe 1/4 inch is enough. I know I just barely hit this, but a 1/2 inch would be nice to get more clearance. So we'll see what I can do to push it over. Once I push it over, I will grind this corner and this corner so it kind of flows a little bit more. You'll see what I'm going to be doing with that. So let's go ahead and get these things cut and pushed over, tack welded, and see how it works. Alright guys. Alright guys, so I got these things notched. I was actually able to kick it over a 1/2 inch. So I got both of them kicked over. I do plan on putting new rubber on the pedals. So just put some new grip tape on there, and then go ahead and put it back in the car. So let me go ahead and get these things painted, let it dry, and then I'll bolt it back on the whole pedal box. Alright guys, so now that I got these things painted, all that's left is to put the hardware back in and stick them back on the pedal assembly. I do have some rubber grip tape that I'm going to put on here, so you'll see that when it's all put back together. I'm just letting the red dry right now, but in the meantime I can put all the parts back on. So let's go ahead and get those things back together. so let's get those things into the car and see how it looks and feels as far as this gap here now. Like I said, I moved it over about a 1/2 inch, so that should allow my foot to come out off the gas pedal and onto the brake fairly quick and without getting jammed up on this edge. So let's go ahead and put it in the car and see what we have. Alright guys, so with that 1/2 inch clearance, it gives me enough room to get from the gas to the brake, so I'm pretty happy with it. Still got to finally mount it and do all my final adjustments on all the hardware, but I'm pretty happy with how those little notches turned out. So, alright. Alright guys, thanks for joining me on another episode of Off Axis Builds. Got the pedal assembly back in. Like the way it's set up now with that brake pedal and clutch moved over a 1/2 inch. So pretty happy with it. Remember guys to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that little bell for upcoming notifications. Remember guys, it's built, not bought. See you in the next one.